Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Line and this is Malthe and we are from MedicQuant, and here we aim to provide rapid answers for better treatment. This is Christian. Christian is on anticoagulant medicine, also known as blood thinners. Christian lives here in the northern part of Jutland. One day he is afflicted with a stroke and needs emergency surgery. In this situation, it is extremely important to be able to rapidly assess his levels of anticoagulants in order to ensure correct treatment. So the old type of anticoagulants you could measure at all the trauma centers in a very rapid manner. But recently, Christian has shifted to a new type of anticoagulants, together with many other patients, called direct oral anticoagulants, or DOACs. However, Christian's DOAC levels cannot be assessed at the local hospital, but only at the highly specialized hospitals shown here in red. So here, the method is very laborious and takes more than 1 hour to perform. So when there is no measurement available, the clinicians have to take the medical decision on insufficient knowledge. This means that if they begin surgery directly, there is an increased risk of bleeding. If they give the antidote to reverse the anticoagulant effect before surgery, this can be unnecessary and harmful for the patient. And finally, if they unnecessarily choose to wait for the patient to stabilize, this delays the treatment, which increases the risk of complications. We have therefore identified a need for a rapid and local test for life-saving treatment. This need has been confirmed by numerous clinicians around the world, and they state the development of such a rapid test for DOAC detection should be supported, and that such a test will save vital time for the patient.
We have developed a solution to this unmet need of DOAC testing. We can measure the anticoagulants in a local, rapid, and simple manner. The team consists of Line and I, who are CEO and CTO of the company. We both have a PhD in chemistry and nanoscience, and we've been working exclusively on this concept the last 5 years. On the team is Professor Kurt Gothelf at Aarhus University, who has more than 15 years experience in assay development and bioconjugation. We are the co-inventors of the technology and the co-founders of MedicQuant. MedicQuant is a spin-out of Aarhus University where the research has been conceptualized. In addition to our partners, Julie recently joined as a commercial advisor, and Jens Peter Götze, chief physician at Rigshospitalet, joined as a clinical advisor. The patent-pending technology is based on 5 years of state-of-the-art research. It consists of 2 elements. Firstly, it's an immunoassay developed to detect any small molecule. We have a unique way of combining protein, DNA, and small molecules into an assay with unprecedented performance. In order to realize the potential of the assay, we have also devised a chip system. We have combined elements from lateral flow and microfluidics into a chip that can handle any sample with elegant simplicity. So in order to measure, simply add your sample, undiluted sample, and wait 10 minutes. This is a platform technology. Conserved throughout all applications is the device and the chip. only the assay has to be developed towards new fields of application. We are currently focused on the field of DOAC detection, where we have finalized it against a bigger trend, and the 3 others are in the pipeline. We also have proof of concept within other fields, such as antibiotic and anti-cancer. We tested the performance of our solution against the current standard used at the specialized hospitals found certain places in Denmark. And as you can see from the data here, we have performance as good as the centralized method, but we are 6-fold faster, and more importantly, we can be available at the point of care. This is the data that got Roche Diagnostics excited. They state that the technology is superior in performance in anticoagulant testing, and we are currently maturing our relation to Bruno Frey in order to streamline our solution into a Roche-based platform. There are, of course, other competitors in this field. There are the centralized methods that can provide the much-needed blood levels, but they are not readily available. Then there are the company DoaSense and Haemonetics, who are at the point of care, but they cannot provide the blood levels. And this is our unique value, as we can provide the blood levels at the point of care in a rapid manner at competitive pricing.
So the need for a rapid and local test is not limited to Denmark, but is a global need. So over the past 4 years, there has been an increase of 400% in the number of patients on DOAC medicine, and an increase of more than 500% in the number of tests for DOACs requested by the clinicians. If we look at the market for anticoagulant testing, this is more than $2 billion. The measurement for the old type of anticoagulants make up 70% of this market. So because all of the patients are shifting from the old type of anticoagulants into DOACs, we envision a similar market potential. So until now, this has been a project funded with 3.4 million euros by the Innovation Fund Denmark and BioInnovation Institute. Here we have obtained proof of concept as well as benchmarked our technology, and we have also shown minimal device-to-device variation. And as we speak right now, the license agreement between Aarhus University and MedicQuant is currently being finalized. We have also gained the attention from several funds who find our solution interesting, and we're currently in a very promising dialogue with Investor Capital. We've also been in contact with numerous companies for the potential collaboration and licensing of our technology. So if we look at the go-to-market timeline, within the next year, we will have a scalable system, chip, and assay for detection of all DOACs. And we are currently fundraising 1 million euros to achieve this. After this, we will go into the preclinical study, and by the end of 2021, we will have initiated the clinical studies. And then in 2023, we will have regulatory approval in the European market, as well as CE mark. So here we will partner up with big companies for the licensing or distribution of our technology. But detection of DOACs is only the beginning. So in MedicQuant, we aim to be the future in small molecule detection. Here we have the possibility to expand into other fields, such as environmental, veterinarian, and food testing. But as of now, we are focusing on the health sector to provide rapid answers for better treatment for patients like Christian. Thank you.
That's a great story. Thank you so much. Do we have any questions from Mikael?
Sure. Malthe, Line, thanks for a good presentation. So let me understand this. If, I think we all know about the factor 8 patients that has a special problem. But if I take myself and 9 randomly picked people from the audience here and put them into the surgery, how different would they be in terms of the possibility of bleeding? And what would it be to an extent where the doctor, the surgeons, would have to make a decision on how much blood should be in the operational theater for that surgery or not? Is there a clinical consequence of this with the ordinary patient?
So yes, to answer the first part of your question, so all of these people on anticoagulant medicine, the bleeding risk is dependent on the actual concentrations. So this is what we measure. So there is a big need to know the levels of these anticoagulants, because you need to know there are antidotes available for some of these. So you need to know if you can administer them, and also in which kind of dose you should administer these. And it should also be mentioned that these antidotes are extremely expensive. So if you can dose it, it will save a lot of cost for the hospital itself. And then furthermore, you always have the possibility to just pump blood into the patient, right, if they're at risk of bleeding. But this is not a very good situation, either for the patient or for the hospital, have to provide all of this blood. So it is a critical need to know the blood levels.
And you're sure that is always the case with, how are they dealing with this today?
So right now, most of these patients are on the old type of anticoagulants, and there you always get a measurement that can tell how the blood coagulates, and that gives you an idea of how much of these old types are present in the blood. And then they make a decision based on that. But these functional tests cannot be used to measure these DOACs, which is why there is a need. So I'm sorry, I totally forgot a question.
I think you answered the question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
So how sensitive can this get to, and so thinking about your big vision for taking over the world, I like that obviously, then I mean, how sensitive can it be? What sort of things can it pick up and at what level?
So our limitation, or our scope, is within the nanomolar range. So low nanomolar range, we are not within the field of biomarkers as of now, as the technology currently focuses on small molecule drugs.
Okay, so one approach could be, could you actually multiplex it? For example, say you've got someone come into the AE and they're drug overdose, but they don't know what the drug is. You know, you can test for that. Is that the sort of thing you can multiplex and create?
That's the vision. Currently, out here we have a prototype where we have 4 lanes and there are 4 DOACs. So we envision that with one of our measurements, you could say exactly what compound is the patient on and to what extent.
So then how do you define, you know, your strategy going forward? Which, I mean, there's a whole lot of different things you could do. So how do you define what to do first? Which is the most attractive market and so on?
Yeah, so we have a lot of confirmation on validation on this DOAC market, and as Malthe also mentioned, we are in very close dialogue with Roche. We're planning our 3rd meeting with them, and they're very interested, and they can also really see the need in this market. So this is the market we are going for first, and then the business model is to out-licensing the technology for that market, and then go into other fields of application. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sounds like a good strategy. Thank you so much. And soon you will hear from the last project that we wanted to present to you. Now you can understand why it's impossible for us to decide who should win based on what. So all the hurdle is going to be on you now. And as I mentioned earlier, we will ask you to vote using your mobile phones. We will ask you to send SMS. In this way, you will vote for your favorite team using the code as described on the left. So you have to send SMS to 1245, and then the string according to who you would like to win. You have only one vote from one phone number, and if you try to cheat, it will be rejected. So feel free to try. We will see who tried and track you down. And we would ask the teams not to vote on themselves for the obvious reasons. The voting will be open for the next 10 minutes. And it's the last thing that I have to tell to you before the well-deserved break. Please be back here exactly in 20 minutes, which is going to be when? 4:05. And then we will take care of counting the votes. And in the meantime, you will be entertained by our Creation House company's presentations. So thank you so much for listening and all the support. And now you can go and chase your favorite teams, ask them more questions, offer them money, help, whatever. Thank you so much.
So I'm happy to announce that the jury is in. We have the results of the vote, and I think our jury is going to come out and announce the winner from Demo Day. Here we go. Everyone give them a hand. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much for some great presentations this afternoon and excellent pitches, a lot of hard work and a lot of great inspiration coming from nature, and you have obviously taken that forward and improved on what nature's given to us to provide the next generation of innovation. There's also been some great stuff in diagnostics and trying to improve how we treat patients going forward. And I can see over here a lot of anxious faces, so I guess I should get on with it. So well done everyone for getting through a great day, and well done to the BII for putting on an excellent celebration of you guys. And now there has been a vote, there is a winner, and the winner is MedicQuant.
Thank you so much. So I was asked to, or we were asked to say a few words. So first of all, I think we would just like to thank BII for this opportunity to get into the program. And I think I can speak for both me and Malthe, saying that we have learned a lot during this time here. And we're so happy for all of you who voted for us.
It has been quite an experience, and we're happy to be here and happy to be here on the stage. Thank you.
Yeah, I've not been at the BII, but it's been a great opportunity for us in academia and for Malthe and Line to come here and learn about all the things you do not learn at the university. So thank you to BII.
And last but not least, a very emotional moment, especially for Casper, who believes that the place of this trophy is at his place. So Casper, time to pass over. I will do that on your behalf. Congratulations to MedicQuant. So today we had one winner, which you have selected based on various criteria. We keep on saying that all the teams who have successfully passed through our program and will keep the momentum are the winners. So this is up to you to prove the audience wrong, that it should have been you here with the trophy. Thank you so much for attending, for showing support to what we are trying to do, and I hope that it's not going to end now. I hope that it will continue at the reception afterwards. We have some time with some snacks and drinks. Until 6, we have to leave the place at 6:30. Also, I would like you to stay tuned for our next demo day, which will happen around May 2020. We are working on the next batch of teams that can go through the program, and hopefully they will be just as good, although I have to admit the level is high, so I'm a little bit under pressure. Thank you so much. I'm really happy that we managed to already establish a bit of tradition of having this twice a year celebration of the teams and the ecosystem, and having a place where all of you can meet them and each other and us. So please use the opportunity to network, have fun, and exchange contacts, businesses, whatever makes it real. Thank you so much. See you in half of year.